Welcome back to Homestead Aquarius. Welcome back to a Shed Wars video. I need to get something off of my shoulders. I think you understand that it's a heavy weight and it needs to go right there for now. Yeah. You know, I'm always going to the store and getting more of that. You can never have enough potting soil. Got a lot of plants to get started. This is one of my favorite times of the year. We're headed into very late summer and early fall. Let me see if I can hurry up and speed this along because I don't want to make this too long. There's a plant that is probably my favorite wild plant of all of them, and I'm going to tell you about them. Now, on a homestead, you can grow lots of stuff. You have nice gardens and everything, but if you learn about what's out there in nature, you can open yourself up a whole new category of things that are good to eat. Now, what I'm talking about is the passion flower, a native species to my part of the world here in southeastern United States. It's passion flower. Now, I've got a lot of it. This is what the plant looks like. That's what the leaf looks like, okay? It reminds me of a dinosaur's footprint. We'll take this one. Now, look here. This food, let's see what we've got here. I've got a pod right here that has fallen onto the ground. I have got one here that is about to fall onto the ground. We'll take that. And that's a good indicator of ripeness too. This time of the year, these things used to bug me to death because it's early bow season. And the fields where I grew up in Tennessee were filled with these. We had one field in particular that I always liked to go into to get to my tree stands or wherever. And without a doubt, I'd have to go through a bunch of these, and every one of them you step on, it pops. The common name for them is maypops, but it's Passiflora Incarnata. That is the scientific name for these. Now, why am I showing you this? I was telling you it's one of my favorite plants. It's a beautiful vine. It's a beautiful vine, this passion flower. Wait a minute, have I got y'all? Which way have I got y'all? Hang on, I'm gonna have to reset this. Okay, that's better. I had y'all going that way, but you need to be this way. Oh, me and my goofy self trying to make a good video here. I'm not sure if they'll stitch together. I hope they will. For the rest of the episode, I promise, we'll keep you right here and on the level. Now, your gardens. You can grow all kinds of normal things, but if you learn about the native foods to your area, the things you can use, wild plants, you can have yourself something that other people don't know to take advantage of. Now, I showed you that leaf. Let me show you this other thing here. One of the other reasons why I love to grow these, I let them sprawl everywhere, is this little guy right here. Looky here. You see that? That is the eastern swallowtail butterfly. And it's a beautiful caterpillar. It was a beautiful butterfly. And it's a scary looking caterpillar. You think it's going to sting you, but these do not sting. And they can get big. And those little stickers on them, they won't sting you at all. In fact, I've got an old video about that where I tested that theory on that little guy. But you can see with the ragweed here, the time of the year that it is, late fall. But I've got passion flower all over my place. I brought them in from Tennessee, like I said, a few pods, scattered seeds out. And you don't get a lot of calories out of this, but it's a fun thing. The blossom, and I'll try to find a picture and I'll put a picture of it right here. Okay, that's what the blossom looks like. It's a beautiful, exotic looking plant. And I mentioned the butterflies. That one species, the eastern swallowtail butterfly, it counts on Passiflora Incarnata. It counts on the passion flowers for its life cycle. That's its major food source. There are 2 or 3 other types of butterflies. One of them is a zebra-tail butterfly. I think it's a black zebra-tail butterfly. And they count on them. And these butterflies migrate. And, you know, so it's an important species, food species for these. It's, now here's something else that, that you need to know. These passion flowers, okay, there are many different species of these. And they're found at least all over the Americas. I know that, from southeastern United States all the way into South America. Now, the Passiflora Incarnata that I have here in the United States is perfectly safe to eat the seeds out of. All right, not the seeds, but the seed pulp. It's about like an orange. You eat the pulp, you don't eat the skin, and you don't eat the seeds. But in other parts of this continent, out west, and especially as you go into Central and South American countries, into Mexico and on down, there are some of these species contain a high level of cyanide. This species does not. So if you're watching from another part of the world, and you've got something that looks like all of this, and you think it's safe, do your research, because yours might make you sick. These do not. These are a little treat for me that I love. I look forward to these every year. Let me just set you up. Let me see if I can turn one of these into a little stand. Not that way. Yep. Maybe not. Maybe I can't do that. I apologize. I'm doing this kind of off the cuff. I just unloaded my potting soil, but I have to go back to town, or have to go to town, to get some stuff for a cooking video to make tomorrow. This will be good. It's right here if I can see. Yep. But I can just barely see. That's got a hole in it. Somebody might have tried to eat that before me. So let me go with this one. Just going to take that and open it up. You don't need to. You can really just use your fingers. But I thought I'd be nice and open it up like in a professional way. There we go. You don't eat this. This particular plant, it contains lots of compounds, and it's even being studied as something that can be used to make an insecticide with. The compounds that are within this leaf and the seed pod itself, the hull, it may be something that we were spraying on bugs later. Look at there, look at there, look at all that. Can you see that? Can you get in there deep like? Now we'll pick you up, because y'all just had to see me use a knife on that, because nobody knows how to do that. But I've made several videos of these, and people have seen the blossoms, and people have asked me about them continually. People want me to send out some of these seeds, and I'll be happy to do that one day. So now that it's time of the year for these to become ripe, I thought I would show you what you're looking at. All right, that's it right there. Each one of these little seeds is surrounded by a little packet, and little packet of this jelly-like stuff that's in there, you know, and they're great. Okay, I think my phone said it was time for me to quit talking. To me, these taste like Sprite. And what I do is I just put them in my mouth and chew them up and everything. I don't try to break the seeds and just eat the pulp out of them. It's the juice, you know, and the little bit of pulp that you get that makes these so tasty, and that's what you really go for. It's a treat. So if you've got your fence, you know, at your place or whatever, covered in these, you can be out there gardening and then get you a little sugary, sweet boost of flavor right there. And the whole time, you'll be making a big butterfly factory for your place. So let me just go with these. Yep. Now, these are not quite at their fullest, most ripe stage. When they get to their fullest ripe stage, they'll turn yellow. They'll start turning yellow, yellowish color to them, more than that, and they'll fall to the ground. That's what the seed looks like. Now, if you can separate the seed out and get more of the pulp, that's good. But that's it right there. I'm just having all kinds of fun trying to get me some of that juice on my fingers now. Look here, y'all see that? That's about as clean as my fingernails will get. I had to trim them back. Now I've got juice on me, and the mosquitoes are about to eat me up. So, and here's how you disperse these seeds. You just, you spit them out wherever you are. Gosh, when we were kids, we used to grab these up and fling them at each other. Used to have wars with these, and then we would spit seeds at each other too. It's a fun plant to have. It's beautiful, and it's got many uses, and it's going to grow on its own. And since they are a native species and they're a pretty tough plant, they can grow where you don't want them. Once you get them going, they'll try to spread. All you got to do is mow them down or whatever else, you know. It's not a big deal. It's not as bad as mint, okay? These can be dealt with pretty easily. And for every house that is raising this or growing this plant, that is a house where these butterflies can call home and know that they've got a food source. And our butterflies are in trouble all across the world. All of our wildlife is. So today for Shed Wars, I would encourage you, do your gardening, grow things, but look to what your area has to offer wherever you are in the world for native species, the wild food, the wild things. With that, I'm going to let you go and try to not make this too much longer. So I know I've been away for a while. I apologize. Guess I'll probably talk about that at a later time. But anyhow, I wanted to bring you this today. And I got to cook tomorrow. Got to go to the store, get a little food. I really hope that each and every one of you out there that's watching this that you've got a deep pantry. Okay, I'm not going to say a whole lot about it, but please make sure that you are situated with your food. With that, I'm going to say goodbye, and thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you again tomorrow from right here at Homestead Aquarius. And I'd like to give a shout out to all the Shed Wars members and all of our followers. So y'all be good, and I'll see you tomorrow.